Hello, my name is Ginny Barbour. I'm the Director of Open Access Australasia. I'm with Martin Borchert, the Chair of the Executive Committee of Open Access Australasia and the University Librarian at University of New South Wales. Open Access Australasia is a membership organisation supported by 28 universities across Australia and New Zealand. And our work on open access includes supporting policy development, communities of practice, and raising awareness of open access in the academic community and more widely. Martin, what do you think are the most important lessons that we've learned as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Hi, everybody. First of all, I just want to say, obviously, that the pandemic is a horrible thing. It's had awful impact on nations, people, and the economy and our universities. But of course, at the same time, it's brought a lot of changes. You know, we've had a lot of differences in the ways that, that universities are operating. And that researchers are working and collaborating together. So we've seen really, I think, a real need to make open all the research around COVID. Researchers have had to have access to that material so that they can work together, understand the virus, and also, of course, in that work with the urgency in developing the vaccines as well. So we've seen an increase in use of open access publishing. We've seen an increase also in the use of preprints as well. And of course, we've seen, I think, an increased role, even I think, for libraries to support and to help our authors to understand and to navigate all of this as well.
Great, thank you. I think in particular, universities have been really critical in disseminating information during the pandemic. Could you expand a bit more on the role of universities?
So we really have to work with our authors for them to, to understand the options for whether to work with closed access publications or open, and what the benefits are for each of those. And I think our libraries really have a key role in doing that, which we are doing, which is really, really good. We have a role in working with publishers to renegotiate the deals which we can afford. Of course, with the pandemic, there's been an impact on revenue. It's been interesting to see the range of responses from publishers, from those which really work with us as a partner and perhaps are offering a discount to help us through the tough time, to those that are sticking to their revenue streams, which really are forcing us to cancellation. But also, there's an opportunity also right now to move from read-only into publish and read agreements. I think we have to look at all those very, very carefully and just choose the best ones at this time. But the other thing to look at too is really about what libraries are doing where we are making reading list material available for online courses. So there's been a lot of work in that space as well.
Thank you. Of course, one big thing that is proposed is that the National Health and Medical Research Council, the NHMRC, is proposing a change to its open access policy to require immediate open access from all grants funded after the beginning of next year. How do you think this will affect the uptake of open access at NHMRC and perhaps more widely?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that overall, I'm really happy with the work the NHMRC is doing in this space. I think it's great that they're doing a consultation process. I like that they've put options in for people to respond to as well. And I think the timing is really great because they're using, I think, the timing of this change, in the right way. I think having this policy through a funder can really help to drive the move to open access in Australia. Hopefully, we'll also see a response from other funders in a short period of time as well. Of course, I want to make it also very clear that authors still have choices. They can publish in a closed access journal and put their author final manuscript into a repository at no charge whatsoever. And it's really great that our institutions have kept our repositories growing. Of course, the other option is that authors, though, will publish in an open access journal. And then, of course, there may be an APC payment, but that's a choice, where you want to publish.
Yeah. Great, I agree. It's really fantastic to see leadership at this time, and as you say, we hope it'll be interesting to see what happens subsequently. So just as a last question, what are the final considerations that you'd like to see happening with regard to access to information as we come out of the pandemic?
I think that the work that we're doing here right now, where we're looking at a national approach to, to open access, open scholarship, and to equity, is the right time. So it's a great time for us to keep working on that. We need to work on our publisher negotiations. We need to work closely with our authors to help them understand the options. And I think at this time we're going to see an acceleration, which is really, really great for our country, because we're lagging behind some of the nations still at the moment.
Yeah, and of course it's also interesting to note that the Chief Scientist has indicated her interest in open access as one of her 4 pillars, so hopefully we'll see a concerted move towards open access over the next year or so. So thanks, Martin. I hope this discussion has given everyone a sense of the effects that the pandemic has had on open access and movements towards it in Australia, and we look forward to participating in the panel discussion.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, Ginny.